when I started off working at Amazon, what the kind of job did to my own health. So, I'm someone, I don't say healthy. I went back to Amazon. Yeah, so I'm someone who goes to the gym, who keeps relatively healthy, who eats like a reasonably good diet. I'd given up smoking by that point, didn't really drink that much. But when I worked at Amazon, the job was so bleak and you had so little time and you were so exhausted. So at the end of the day, the state of my feet was disgusting by the end of, you're walking, I'd walk around 10 to 15 miles each day in this warehouse, every day. And what that does to your feet is like you've kind of, I've never run a marathon, so I can't compare it to that. It's just, your feet are just ragged, like you've been at them with like a grater or something. It's really horrible. And you kind of, I found me and my friends who worked there, the people I made friends with there, you didn't really have to, you get home at midnight after your shift. So we start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, then we'd get home, we finished like 11, half 11, then get home at midnight. That's how we walked back. And there's a McDonald's right by the Amazon as well. I started smoking again. We started drinking a lot, so we'd get home and just eat McDonald's and drink like cans of beer and smoke and stuff. But it's like, that seems kind of normal. But it was because the work was so bleak and because you had no kind of autonomy, you didn't have any kind of sense of responsibility at work. You were just told what to do and admonished for all kinds of stuff. That you kind of sort out this kind of emotional kind of stimulation outside of work through like alcohol, even cigarettes, junk food, just as this kind of pick-me-up, I guess. I mean, Orwell wrote about this in Wigan, I'm sure it's Wigan Pier. It's like, I'm not the first to notice that. But it was a really kind of discernible thing. You seek out this kind of like sugar, fat, tobacco, alcohol, because there was no kind of joy to be found in work, which you were doing for most of your time. That was interesting. So my health started to deteriorate. Put on like I'm walking 10 to do 11 miles a day average, and yet I'm putting on weight because I'm eating this really calorie dense food. And smoking kind of speaks for itself. That was interesting, and you just don't have time to look after yourself. So if you're doing a care job, if you're working in Amazon, no one's got time to go to the gym. You're too exhausted to start with, and you're working kind of. You're getting about 6 or 7 hours sleep because by the time you get home, you've got to be up again at 6 the next morning to get ready for your shift again. You're just kind of like exhausted, which then is obviously having an impact on your health, which then has a knock-on impact on and we are storing up a problem, as you said, and then it has a knock-on impact on the job as well, because then you make mistakes because you're knackered.